Thank you for joining this presentation. I am Dr. Omi Obru, and today I'll be reviewing how to search PubMed with AI using MACg, a platform that's developed for life scientists and researchers and healthcare professionals to be able to search the scientific literature using AI, as well as to create all types of content. And it has other features like citation generation, an advanced editor, pre-built prompts, and everything else that people need to be able to use AI effectively in the life sciences space. So let's start by reviewing some general information about how MACg searches PubMed. So MACg uses AI and other proven search tools to access over 30 million PubMed citations using natural language. It extracts relevant information and constructs precise queries using fields like the author, the title, the abstract, the journal, the publication date, and mesh terms. It can also use operators and filters such as and, or, not, and it applies these filters and looks for references that also have abstracts. Once it retrieves the relevant articles with the key details based on the prompt that it was given, it will show the title, the author, the dates. It will summarize the information, and it also provides links to the PubMed records as well. If the full article is included in PubMed Central, MACg can also search through the full article and not just the abstracts. And then because it has a citation generator, it automatically generates in-text citations and a bibliography, ensuring that there's proper referencing in the content. Searching PubMed with AI and other natural language search tools is a little bit different than searching actual PubMed itself. So the main difference is you can use natural language, so your search is conversational. For MACg, though, in order to engage PubMed, you need to turn on the PubMed toggle, and I will show you in a second when we look at the platform. But turning on this toggle tells MACg that you want to use PubMed for your search. Use natural language queries. So it works best if you're asking a question, or if you tell it what you're looking for, or you provide it with a request for information. Be specific and clear. The more specific and clear you are, the more targeted your results will be. And provide details and even provide context as well. So contextual clues could include the location, the time frame, the type of study, the population. You could tell it what to include and what not to include. You could also give it context about what you're trying to achieve. Are you trying to create just a list of articles, a bibliography, or are you using this content to write a publication, create a presentation, or you want to write an abstract? It understands all of that. Remember that you can fine-tune your search just by using the and, the not, or the or operators. Use synonyms and variations, but you don't necessarily have to type in every variation or synonym for commonly used mesh terms. If there are terms that are specific to your particular discipline, you may want to make sure that you include that. And very importantly, always remember that it's not a one shot. So you could ask a question or put in a search, look at the results. If it's not exactly what you want, you can iterate further and continue to ask MACg in different ways, or you can fine tune the search a little bit more until you get to the results that you want. Here are some search examples, some general search examples that can help you begin to formulate your own searches, but certainly it's not limited to these examples. You can pretty much search for anything in the biomedical literature that you are working on. And they're really the best way to learn this is to really just try and experiment. And remember to just ask the question the way that it is in your mind and begin from there, and then you can always refine your search. So what could you do with these search results? You can do a lot. So you can create all types of content with the search results. So you can write literature reviews. You could write evidence-based articles. You could create patient education materials. You could write blogs, posts, and news updates. You can do systemic reviews of meta-analysis publications. You can even write grant proposals and for research projects as well. So the possibilities are many. So depending on the work that you need help with, just open up MACg and use it to search for the PubMed search to search for the information that you're looking for and write the content that you want to write. So let's see MACg in action. So here is MACg. And when you first log into the platform, you will see your dashboard. Today, we're interested in PubMed, so that is, I'll go straight to how you would access that. You could either access it by clicking on New Document, which opens up the editor right away, and Ask MACg is right here. The other way you could do it is go on straight to Ask MACg. Now, remember I told you about a PubMed toggle, and that is the toggle, and it's on at the moment. But usually it's off unless you turned it on the last time that you were using Ask MACg. But you simply need to turn that on. Now MACg knows that you want to use PubMed as your knowledge source. So let's try a search. Let's try this search. So find articles about ovarian cancer published within 6 months before February 13th, 2025. So for this kind of search, it will give us a list of articles. Now notice we did not tell it how many articles, so it has decided for us how many articles it's going to give us. But we could have said, find 10 articles, find 20 articles. We could have given it more instructions on the number of articles that we wanted it to find. And so here are our results. You see that the dates are 2024 and 2025. All right, let's try another search. So I'll open up a new session and let's try staying on the same topic as ovarian cancer. Let's try this search. And in this particular one, we wanted to write a 700-word blog about current treatment of ovarian cancer. So first search for relevant articles, then write that 700-word blog. So here we have it. Here is our content. It's written in our blog directly from searching PubMed articles, and you notice that it has in-text citations. And as you hover over those citations, it gives you information about the author as well as the journal, the citations. And very importantly as well, MACg compiles your citations for the citation generator, and that is this part. And if you wanted to look at the articles that it has used, you can simply click on those and it will open up the PubMed record and you can view that particular article. And you can click show all and you can see the different references. And by going to the PubMed record, if the article is available, you can download it. And then if you want to use the PDF, you can bring it back into MACg and add it to your reference library. So I think this is a good point to also show you what you would do with your content after it's written. You could copy and paste it into your Word software on your desktop. Or what most people do is use the Create Document feature, which now sends that content directly into the editor that's built into MACg. And as you can see, all your in-text references are in there as well. So I mentioned that MACg has a citation generator. When you click on the quotation mark button right here, it shows you your citations. It opens up the citation generator. And within the citation generator, you can edit your citations if you want to. You can cite other areas of the document if you wanted to. You could also edit that reference, delete that reference, and you can even add new references as well. And when you're ready to create your bibliography, you just click Insert Bibliography. And right here, it's added your bibliography, all in the AMA format. But very soon, we will be adding APA as well as AMA formats as well to give you more flexibility in your referencing. Now, because this is a full text editor, you can do all the actions that you would perform in a Microsoft Word or Pages or a Google Doc. You can perform all those actions. You can cut and paste. You can move text around if you wanted to. You could add additional text. You could add images. You could add links. You could bold. All the functionality that you see up here are available to you. And you can even create tables as well. And by the way, MACg can also create tables. The AI can also create tables and charts for you also. But that will be the subject of a future presentation. Now, if you're happy with this content, then all you have to do is really just close out of here and go back to your work library, and you will see that the content that you created is already automatically saved in here. So this is the content that we were working on. It's already automatically saved, and if you wanted to export it out of here, all you have to do is click Export As, and you can export it as a PDF or a Word document. All right, let's go back to Ask MACg and let's do one more search. So we'll start a new session and let's try this search. It's a little bit more complex. Now our PubMed toggle is still on. So with this one, the question is, what is the effect of GLP-1 or GLP-GIP agonist on weight loss in diabetics? And I'm telling it to use clinical trials and comparative clinical studies and meta-analyses, but not review articles or case studies. And I wanted to write me a 500-word abstract on this topic. So let's click execute. Let's see what MACg gives us. And so here we have it. We have our 500-word abstract that gives us a summary of the topic that we requested. And our references are here once again. If we're okay with this, then all we have to do is click the create button. But we could also chat some more with MACg as well if we wanted it to include additional content, additional information, focus on specific area. The platform is flexible enough and versatile enough to be able to do that. So you could continue chatting with it until you have the perfect document that you're looking for. Now, a lot of times people will want to they want research on a topic first before they write anything. So let's go back to our chat. Let's create a new session and let's tell MACg to find us a number of articles about a specific topic. So let's try this one. They search for articles about allele burden or fraction and ruxolitinib in treatment of polycythemia vera. Wonderful. So it has given us about 5 articles. Now we can also ask it to citations, if any. So, and this particular request will help us see if there are any more studies that may be relevant to our search that are in the database. Now, what we could have done in the beginning when we wrote the first request is put how many articles we want. We could have put 10, 20, 30. So good. So let's look through this and see if it gave us any newer articles than what it gave us before. And good. It looks like it gave us some additional references. Now, one more instruction I will give is combine your two, combine the two spiritual results. Citations. Let's see what it does with that. Wonderful. So it has combined all the previous search results together, and it summarized the recent studies that it retrieved previously, and it has created a reference list for me as well. And now I can just click Create Document. I can delete this because I don't want it. I can change my title if I wanted to. I can add additional information as well if I wanted to. But if I'm happy with this, everything I want is right here. Oh yes, and I can also delete that part as well since I don't want it. And from here, I can go back to my work library, and this should be my document right here. And there it is, and it's kept together with my chat with MACg, and I can continue if I wanted to, or I can go back and I can export my work. So with these examples, you can see how powerful MACg is and how it's the perfect tool for searching PubMed directly and using that information to create content. Now it's your turn to try.